True Crimers, partners in crime. It is True Crime Monday. We're coming up with a new name, but this is part 2. And we are talking about the America's Most Wanted special tonight, or the premiere, on Sebastian Rogers. He was the first case, and it was about 11 minutes special. And I am just talking about my thoughts and opinions on the episode. And that brings me right into my disclaimer that this is just my opinion, my thoughts, my speculation. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please form your own opinions. And again, for entertainment purposes, just my thoughts. So now we can get into it. The next thing that I wanted to go over that didn't surprise me, but shocked me all at the same time. So, KP talked a little bit, and then Seth talked a little bit, which rightfully so. These are the biological parents. And there's always CP just kind of sitting there. Well, he got a little moment to talk. I'm sure they had more and things were edited, but in the only part that he really said a substantial bit, his moment, he talked about that they were being criticized. That himself, KP, Seth, even law enforcement, but it was not about Sebastian. It was not about the case. It was about himself, right? It was about himself. Didn't surprise me, but shocked me again. But I guess I don't expect anything more from him. But they only had an 11-minute segment, and that's what he used the time for. It says a lot to me, in my opinion. So, through the episode, Seth is really pouring his heart out, like he always does. He is always raw, he's always honest, and you can, you can hear his emotion. Even the host said, you can feel the father. You can feel his heartache. She didn't say anything about anyone but the father. Now, when you listen to KP and CP, she was crying, but it was just seemed very rehearsed. You can tell when someone's being absolutely genuine. Look at Brandy from the Michael Monkey Vaughn case, or, the Petitos and Smiths from Gabby Petito. You can see a huge difference than when you listen to CP and KP, and everyone is different, sure. But a mother of a missing child, and she doesn't know where that child is and whether he's hungry, cold, suffering, if he's okay. Any mother, in my opinion, is that you're going to feel that. You feel it in Seth, and that he's the dad. So, it says a lot to me too. So another interesting part, and we already knew this was a thing, CP and KP did not film it in their home. They were asked to, and they declined, and they shot it in an undisclosed location because CP said he couldn't disclose the location. Like, it's some secret mission. Like, why do we care where they shot it? It's already been shot. It's not like anyone's gonna show up there. But he's always just so secretive. But Seth did show it at his house, and we were all looking forward to seeing Sebastian's bedroom. And as far as I know, unless they show other segments, which I don't think so. If they do, I'll come back on and talk about it. But they shot it at an undisclosed location, not their home, and they had a scene where they were in the kitchen, CP and KP, with some crane trucks on the counter. We know that he loved his Switch. He was a teen. So is he really playing with construction trucks? It's just nothing we've ever heard Sebastian being into. So we heard swimming, we heard his Switch and YouTube and things like that, teen stuff. But never trucks, construction toys, right? But here they are in the kitchen with these trucks on the counter. And it's interesting because what does CP do for work? He's a crane operator. So that just happens to be the toys that they have there. on the counter. Just weird to me. And I would love to know what their reasoning, or what they said their reasoning was for not shooting in their home. Something comes to mind, and it's just a question I have, and it's absolutely might be nothing. But my question is, do they still, and again, this is a big question, like a big speculation. I just wonder, do they have Sebastian's stuff still there? Is his room still his room? That's my question. It's been my question for a while. That would say a ton about the truth, right? Because I can tell you, with situations I've personally been in, when you have a child that's either missing or, maybe just not talking to you, I don't know. There's different scenarios, but when a child's kind of on your life, especially a missing child, you hear that mothers never touch their room. It's just exactly how they left it when they left. So I just wonder, what, is his room still there? Is his stuff still there? I heard rumors that she gave away his clothes. Total rumor. There is no fact to that. But being the way, judging by the way they've been acting, and I just wonder. I really do wonder. And I think them choosing to go to an undisclosed location in that way, it kind of aids to us questioning that, right? They just don't do themselves any favors, in my opinion. And so that was kind of it. That was the 11 minutes. But I just had one more thought. When the photos came out initially, like those first photos where we saw Sebastian and Wayne Drake Rogers, we all know that those were younger photos. Those were not. She took a photo at Texas Roadhouse that night. That photo, you would think that's the most recent photo. The photo that was taken the day he went missing, the night he went missing. You would think that photo would be used, because that's just the most recent. That's what he looks like, instead of like couple years old photos. And it got me thinking, when your kids go like picture day at school, and they always give you that little card, and it has their date of birth, their height, their weight, their picture. So if anything ever happens, you have this card that you can give to the authorities, right? Every year they update that. Every year. But the photos they give for an actual missing child are photos like a couple years prior. Photos that he doesn't even really look the same anymore. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting to me. So much is interesting to me on this case. So that's kind of all my thoughts I had. I can't believe I talked so much. Again, I could talk about this case every day, all day long. So I want to know, as always, your thoughts. And let's have a conversation about this. Did you see the America's Most Wanted? If not, are you planning on watching it? And if you did, what are your thoughts on it? Is there anything that you caught that I didn't talk about? Or what's your opinion? What's going on? I want to know. I want to hear all about it. Please leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to follow for future episodes. Subscribe, do all the things. And I will see you on Friday, True Crime Friday. I will see you then. Thank you so much for watching.